Welcome back to the Ballad of Officer Superstar. Last time, Klaasje fully debunked the rape claim and the supposed confession tape. Now we are on our way to confront Titus Hardy about this. I don't think that it's spoiling to tell you that in this episode we discover a side of Titus that I would never have predicted. Titus? We are back, you butthead.
It's you again.
It is.
What is it?
It is us again. Come on, saunter up here, cross your arms, get defensive. So, I talked to Klaasje about the tape.
And
nothing. She stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
It was a little bit edited.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change her mind.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her.
He shakes his head in disbelief.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
She did not say whoop-de-doo.
I can confirm that.
She didn't? Well, whoop-de-doo then.
He's too angry to drink his beer. He just stares at it. Oh, let's really piss him off. Titus, she said she would like to be a little door gunner herself if she could.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Klaasje a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
No, she seems to march to the beat of her own drum anyway.
All right. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
She's not some helpless girl, Titus. She handled the mercenary well enough.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
I wonder if they actually did have to take care of it, or if they just sort of decided they had to take care of it.
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
I think you had a lie plan, but she didn't play along.
I ask for your opinion. Not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
This tape was the last chance for her to do what was planned.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Oh no. He's definitely compromised too. It's his hubris. Sadly, not much to do about it now.
Fantastic. So now, you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
He's referring to his beer.
Yeah, guys. We should get a party going tonight.
Yeah, why don't you guys all get really drunk and then confess?
Why?
Maybe not then.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Yeah, that's because they didn't hang him, and they are afraid they're going to get caught.
They're confused. This is growing over their heads.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
Okay, Lizzie's going to jump in here.
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
He throws his beer can down.
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
I'm surprised it took this long. I don't think he has many wits.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
He still thinks that he's the cops here.
Yeah.
There's a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Gart's not a bartender, Titus. He's a cafe manager or something like that.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
Haha, Gart grew a spine.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
Wow, look at all of this. Our rhetoric is 6. We've got a 92% chance, and we've got 7 +1s and 1 -1. Look at all those things. All right, we're going to convince Titus he's being manipulated.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kin. One of his boys will, though.
Just remember, it's about more than Klaasje. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their responsibility.
Okay, thanks, Rhetoric.
Outside, in the midday sun, ruins. The pavements are cracked and the benches peeling. Newspapers blow in the wind.
Okay, I guess we have to pick this. That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim. Lieutenant raises his brow.
You'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
We could say because of some chick, because you're a foreigner, because you work for the wrong people, or because they like killing. Not certain which one I want to do. How about because of some chick?
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Oh, Elaine, I see.
The man's fists under the table are balled. You can tell from his neck and shoulders. He means it.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right? Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the wild north.
They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
All right, Fat Angus.
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
That was Angus.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
He says as he grabs his chest.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Oh, it was the lady lorry driver?
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Whoa, okay. Lizzie has been dismissed.
Fine. I'll tell him.
Whoa, there she goes.
After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back, which we saw.
What just happened between these two?
So a long walk along the coast. We could go catch up with Lizzie, maybe.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
So you didn't kill him? He was already dead?
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
The girls, plural.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
So lady lorry driver and Klaasje? Or maybe Lizzie? Who knows what's going on here? What happened Sunday night, Titus?
Klaasje came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario, only in reverse.
Oh, I should have seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Of course.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
All right, what happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The Eighth Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Okay.
Tibbs. That's short for...
Is that short for Tiberius?
Yeah. Good man.
Bet their father's named Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister.
So whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
What does that mean?
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing Eighth Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klaasje you want to talk to.
If Klaasje didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
Maybe the mercenaries. Oh my god, maybe Lely realized who she was. That would be incredible.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Think she shot him. No, because the bullet didn't leave his head. Could have been 2 shots. I don't know.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klaasje. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Training. Years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Well, you claim to be the law around here. You should have done it already.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
All right, thanks for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go...
He grabs his beer and swirls it in his hand, then thinks of something as he says that.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
She, Klaasje, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away?
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
See, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about this game. Even Titus, when push comes to shove, is not just a 2D asshole. He actually gives a shit. Amazing. Amazing writing.
We'll take that into account.
Lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket and he turns to leave. Let's go talk to Klaasje one more time. Since we're walking here, let's see if Guard has anything new.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Nope, nope. Not if you don't have anything to give. Let's go check it out. Maybe this is the last time. For a character who's been here since the beginning, but who we didn't talk to until, you know, just a couple episodes ago, Klaasje is playing a pretty serious role. All right, we're back, my friend.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
She puts her coffee mug on the table.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police.
I am the police. I am a superstar cop.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
I don't know that that's worth anything.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your...
So this is interesting. Volition is the voice inside our heads that warned us about not trusting any other voice.
Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
Rhetoric.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough explanation.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Maybe she's supposed to be watching her back with this stuff, but if she were, she wouldn't be standing out here on this roof.
A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the noon light.
What lies beyond it?
The Pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world. The conference centers, the people who are angry at her past.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Hey, but you were there when it happened.
Fucked? People after her? Moral intern people? This isn't Oranese lit.
No, it's sure not. Thanks, conceptualization.
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
Right, that's what I said. Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Which is an indicator of truth.
That was, reaction speed was referring to the answer comes fast.
Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
So you would have us believe, but you're not.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
It's true, but Kuno is a prick.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Revachol.
It's the last thing you do in Revachol. It's the last thing you're ever going to do in this world.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
We don't trust you when it comes to her drama.
Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course.
Oh, come on,
Don't
guys.
Be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And it makes you sweat.
This is great. I can't trust anything here, and now I am in fact paranoid. You said you studied Oranese Lit. What is with this fugitive stuff?
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. Got picked up by a bank. Competitive intelligence, they called it. After that, I sort of, transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again.
Yep, that's what this was up here. Competitive intelligence.
With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
Ooh, I wonder if it was Wild Pines.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Luzdoen County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Luz-Scop conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
Clearly.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Luz-Scop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Yeah, I believe it.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Okay. Papa Lolo.
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
It's true, we are.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
One of our choices is let's not pry, it's not part of this case. Since when has that ever stopped us? What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
She says it quickly, like she's said it 100 times. To herself, to get used to the idea.
I bet.
Out of guilt.
That's not easy to deal with, we say, shaking our head.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I do drugs.
Drugs are good. I also do those. I try to bargain with myself, too.
What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me.
Oh, okay.
I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
Wow. Raw.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
What's our empathy? Our empathy is 6. That's pretty high. I'm considering telling her you don't have to continue if you don't want to. But we need to know for the case. Shoot. Okay, then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There.
She points through the window.
He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Oh, so I don't think she was the target. Because they wouldn't have missed that badly and hit him in the head.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
She looks at it and quickly tosses the butt aside. I'm sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
She immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
Do we believe her? I thought he was shot in the mouth. Because wasn't the bullet lodged in the back of his brain?
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
She's continuing to lie to us.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
Shut the fuck up, electrochemistry.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the union box was full.
We might actually have to call Hardy again from Kim's Kanema.
Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
Uh-huh. The lady lorry driver.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
They sure were.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yep.
Yes.
This is concurrent with your doubts at the autopsy about the coloring being.
Yeah, better not to remark about it.
This tactful approach will rob you of the glory. But hey, all I care about is angles and timetables. The loss is yours.
Get visual calculus. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby, where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Aha, we got a new task to make Titus give up Ruby's location.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, we sure will.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
We definitely will.
What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot. It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Klaasje.
I agree. When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
It probably didn't.
Or, I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
She looks at the table.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom? Inside?
Yes. You see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Right. I want to know if the window blew out or blew in. Did you kill Lely?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
I don't trust her at all.
All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Sweet, sweet drugs.
It's true.
It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy.
She could have been hallucinating.
He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Somewhere, lying around. Close to her hand.
Yep.
Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out. When they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Drugs were an integral part of your relationship. Perhaps they contributed to its end?
What does that mean?
Do drugs make you aggressive?
No. People don't take drugs to kill each other. They take them to feel okay with each other. I thought officers in Revachol would be more enlightened about these things. Especially since you've admitted to taking drugs yourself.
Yeah, but they've made me do some shitty things.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance. It's not one of respect. You may want to add a clever retort to this one.
Oh my god, we can say clever retort. I do drugs to keep working, cleaning up this shit you created here. It's true.
I'm sorry. I withdraw what I said. I didn't mean to judge anyone.
He must have had a weapon nearby. Did you use that?
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor.
Downstairs, people have this crazy idea that you killed him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
She's getting scared now. Of you. The downstairs people. All of it.
It's okay if you did it in self-defense.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
True, sire. 'Tis true.
Oh, I don't believe you, drama. But I'm not going to say desire drives people loco. Yes, I am.
She simply shakes her head.
Okay, I'd like you to answer some other questions, miss.
Like what?
She waits, her light brown eyes wandering over the floor over your face. She sounds pissed. I don't have anything else to ask her. I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Lieutenant glances at us, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody.
Well, this has been a super informative episode. Come back next time when we argue with ourselves about whether to arrest Klaasje. Thank you, as always, for your viewership and support. I love you very much. Please remember to have your pets spayed or neutered.